What's up, IG world? What's up, YouTube? What's up, LinkedIn? What's up, Facebook? How we doing today, guys? Little thumbs up. Everyone in the great spirits, I hope, right? Everyone doing good? Awesome. Guys, first of all, thank you so much for joining me. Another Growing with Grossi call. And like I said, these calls are all meant to define the game you want to play. Like how to truly get started. If you're stuck, if you're in that world where you just don't know what to do, these calls are meant to kind of catapult you, if you will, get you going in the right direction. And my intention, and always is, how we doing? Thanks for joining, guys, on live. How we doing? Give you a little wave out there. My intent always is to give you some of the tips and tricks and show you what I do every single day, how I get started, how do I get motivated, how I stay consistent with my plan every single day. So guys, if you're ready to, this is going to apply whether you, hi Leah, how you doing? Thanks for joining. This is going to apply whether you're an aspiring young student, whether you want to be a new dental student, whether you're trying to be an entrepreneur, whether you're owning crumble cookies like I own, whether you're a dentist, whether you're an active practitioner, if you're looking to retire as a dentist, looking just to get everything right. That's what these calls are meant for. These calls are really to get you to define the game you want to play and capitalize on everything that you want to do. So this is, and my hope when these are going on, and my hope through everything is sometimes they say I talk too much. Sorry, I'm Italian. God gave me 2 mouths and 1 ear. I believe that's a little Italian joke. But my hope is that you just take some of the tips and tricks that I do and truly start implementing them every single day in your life. Life is not about hitting a bunch of home runs. It'd be great. It'd be great to win the lottery. It'd be great to always hit something out of the park, but it's really about staying consistent, doing what you're doing, and hitting singles. I'm a baseball guy. Just hit a single, get up and swing the bat. And for some of you that don't know me, watch me for the very first time, I'm live. I'm Dr. Bobby Grossi, born and raised in Flint, Michigan by a single mom raising 3 kids on a whopping $18,000 a year. We're all self-made. Nothing was handed to me. I slept two hours a day for 4 years going to dental school. I commuted back and forth, graduated from Detroit Mercy, got a beautiful wife, 3 beautiful kids. And I try to show them every single day what you have to be, what you got to become. And so I know where you're at. If you don't know where to start, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what road you should be on, I've been where you're at. And I take a step every single day. I struggle with it. Every single day I struggle. Am I doing the right thing? Especially with the craziness in this world right now. Sometimes you don't know what you want to do. So if you don't think I've been where you're at, I have been. And a lot of times, even if you're not struggling, a lot of people, welcome to the call, Annalisa. Welcome to the call, Vinny, Christine, Mitch. What's up, buddy? Chandel, Linda, Renee, thank you so much for joining. Malik, what's up? Malik, it's been a while, baby. Welcome to the call, right? A lot of people just don't know what to do, don't know where to start. And so sometimes this is probably the most important decision you can make. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how do you truly dial in your life partner. And you might think that is the dumbest conversation. I'm going to tell every child, every person watching, everybody who might be married or is in a relationship, one of the hardest things you can possibly do is to get on the same page with your significant other or your partner. It's the hardest thing you can do. And we always talk about in marriages, how marriages fail. In my opinion, marriages fail because of lack of communication. But it's another thing, let's be honest, just with a thumbs up, a lot of it's financial. The pressure of having enough income, the pressure of keeping up with the Joneses, the pressure of just being on the same page. So when you're trying to achieve, we're talking about how to achieve financial transformation. When you're trying to do this, what are some tactics we can do? We talked about this in week past. It goes way beyond managing finances. It requires aligning goals and beliefs with, believe it or not, your partner. It really does. Hi, welcome to the call, Vienna. Disparities in your financial goals, it can strain your relations. Empathizing the need. What are your shared values? What do you want? What is the importance of your success together? Like, why are you trying to do this partnership? What is it? Are you offering strategies to bridge your differences? Can you set joint goals? Can you do certain things? Can you manage money together? Like me and my wife, I pretty much manage the money. She manages the house, and she trusts me. Now that's a big trust. Right? That's a big trust. How you doing, Vienna? That's a big trust to have me to lab my finances. Doesn't mean she doesn't know what's going on, but she trusts me to manage the finances. But that's a heavy burden. But if we're not in line, if we're not trying to do the same thing, if we're not working together, then it's going to really be hard to build wealth. So dialing your life partner can cultivate what is, to my opinion, the most harmonious relationship and build a prosperous future. Like that is the thing you got to do. But how do you do that? How do you truly get aligned with your partner? How do you truly get everything on the same page? And guys, I'm teaching you this because I struggle with the same thing. So these are things that I'm working on every single day to really hone this in. Sometimes we don't see eye to eye, but we're still building the future. Thumbs up if you understand that. Thumbs up. So how do you do this? What are some strategies? One, open and honest communication. Like, we've all came from different backgrounds. We all came from different things. Our parents taught different things in our mind of financial situations than maybe my wife's mind. So, her mom and dad were, lived together, stayed at home. Dad provided, dad did great things. She has a different philosophy when it comes to money. My mom was a single mom raising 3 kids. I talked about the other day, my mom showed her love through gifts. But so my mom wasn't the best saver. We understand that. My mom just showed love. Well, guess who falls? The apple doesn't fall that far from the tree. I love to express my feelings in love. I try to give people things, right? But it doesn't mean it's the smartest thing all the time, but that's what you do. So understanding and having an open and honest communication with your partner of what is your background. Discuss individual belief systems. What are your values? What are your goals related to money? Understanding each other's perspective, that is what's going to lay the foundation for finding the common ground. You need to find the common ground. And then, to me, everyone knows I share my financial goals with everybody, including my wife, but share your financial goals with your partner. Clearly articulate what you want. What are your financial goals? Where do you want to go? What does your partner want to do? How can you work together to achieve that? Explain how these goals align with your vision of the future. Explain what you can do, how they align with where you want to go. Why should they endorse your financial goals? Encourage your partner to share their goals as well. Like, you need to literally, everything I'm telling you guys, I hope you can write down. If not, we're going to try to put it in the chat, but encourage your partner, really encourage them to share their goals. We talk about a lot how we wish we were just open and honest and communicating. And a lot of times we're so afraid to share things with our partner or our loved one and really tell them what we want. Why? Maybe we're afraid that they don't believe in us. Or maybe we're afraid that they just won't endorse what we want to do. At the end of the day, though, these are your goals, your dreams. The more you tell people what you want to do, and the more you start getting results, the more they're going to align with you. I promise you. You don't believe me, trust me, ask everybody on the call that knows me. I just set a goal and I go. I don't listen to the naysayers. I tell my wife, this is where I'm going. I need your support. That's it. It was no different when I didn't go to college initially when I was 18 years old. I said this to my mother. Your dreams, your goals, your aspiration, everything that you want, you share this with people. One, to hopefully they can hold you accountable. But two, just let people know what you're doing. Let people know that nothing's going to stop me. When I decided not to play baseball at Central Michigan and go there, when I decided to drop out of college, trust me, it was a strain on my mom. But I told her, I said, this is where I want to go. I need your support. I need your motivation. I need your this is where I'm going. I'm sharing my vision with you, Mom. But I promise you, in this day and age, you will never pay a dime for my education. And I lived up to that. But thank God my mom allowed me with my vision and my goals and my dreams to be where I wanted to be. And look at me, right? So nobody held me back. So share your vision, share your financial goals. And I promise you'll get support. Educate together. If you come across like a wealth creating principle, if you come across something that is financial knowledge, whether it's the AI world we're about to come into, whether it's the Fed now stuff, whatever it is, share it with your partner, share it with people you know. I always hate people that bungle information. One of the things you can do is share your information, educate them. I don't care if it's through a TikTok video. Not all TikTok is fake, bro. I'll be honest, you get a lot of good stuff. Malik, I see you on TikTok. You can laugh all you want. I know you're on TikTok. I know you're on IG world, but share your financial goals, educate together. If you learn something new, share it. There's a person that came into my office today and I shared everything about AI. And I shared how it's going to change the world as far as how we market. What do we do? Consider reading books. Attend seminars, take courses together on building your understanding in financial, take courses to really embrace the synergistic approach with finances. So many times we divide and conquer, especially as married couples or partners, we divide and conquer and we're going in 8 different directions. We never take the time to really realign. And so when you educate together, when you're sharing your learned experiences, you will help each other grow and develop together. And then when you do that, you got to find your common ground. What is your common ground? What is, we talked about open and honest communication. We talked about sharing your financial goals. We talked about education together, but what is number 4? What's the common ground? What are your financial beliefs and how will your practices align? How can we, at the end of the day, money is just a tool. Finances are a tool, but a lot of us are chasing financial freedom. We're chasing financial freedom. I love the word freedom. We're chasing the freedom. But if you got people working against each other, the yin and the yang, and you're not aligned, right? You're not finding the common ground, your financial belief systems, you're never gonna get to the promised land. It's just not gonna happen. So focus on the shared values and build upon them. Find what you're synergistic about. Find what you're aligned with and really capitalize on that and cultivate that. When you mutually agrees on ways to manage your money and make financial decisions, it honors both of your perspectives. So it can't be one way. And you got to be, the next thing you got to be is fifth thing, to really have a great relationship with your partner when it comes to finances. I can't teach about everything else. I'm talking about finances now, guys. Compromise and flexibility. Number 5, you need to make compromises and be flexible. Recognize that compromise is essential to every part of a relationship. It's utmost essential. You got to compromise. Like my wife knows that if she's going to allow me to pursue my dreams, she knows she's going to have to compromise, maybe seeing me at times. My kids are going to have to compromise seeing me at times, but I'm going after the bigger prize, which is the financial freedom. I'm going after freedom, and I'm protecting my family, the shield, right? I'm the house band. I'm the husband of my family. I'm the house band. I'm not saying women can't do the same thing. This is just my role in my family. So whatever your role is, but compromise. Understand that you're going to have to compromise. It's no different when I wanted to go to dental school. Everyone else in my friends and family were making good money. And I had to sacrifice and I had to compromise my time of making money to go after something bigger than me, so that I could give a legacy to my kids and create things that I wanted to create. So sometimes you just got to compromise, man. You got to give in. Be open to adjusting your financial habits and priorities to accommodate your partner's needs and desires. This is probably the one thing I do on every single basis. People know me on the call, just as a thumbs up if you know me. There's never been a thing that my family has ever wanted, whether it aligns with what I want to do at that moment, that I've never found a way to get. And the reason being is because it's important to them. It's got to now be important to me. So sometimes you got to change your habits and things you want to do to just put a smile on their face. Sometimes you got to change what you want to do, and you got to take the back seat so that your partner and your loved one gets what they want. Because when they know you're working your ass off to get what they want, they're going to allow you to support you throughout the process. Just sacrifice. Don't get caught up in a limiting belief system. Don't figure out how it can be done. Go after it. My mom said something to me the other day, and I'm not going to, she says, hey, I would like to have my car paid off by this time. And she said November 28th. I'm not going to tell you the amount. And I'm getting emotional because my mom sacrificed her life for me. You know, she sacrificed everything so that her kids can have things. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to find a way to cause and create the life she wants and that freedom for her. Now that's on my mom. But when you think of outside of yourself, it might change my financial habits. You're absolutely right, but it will touch a life. So sometimes you got to get out of your own way and please other people. Seek a balance that allows both you and everyone else to feel respected and heard when it comes to finances. We always think we have the right answer. We always think we're the only ones with the answer. Is simply not true. You need to feel respected and heard. I love when men try to at least I do. I just got to solve this problem and I got to go through everything, blah, blah, blah. And my wife, the first thing she wants to do is she almost slaps me across the face. And just with a thumbs up, if you're a guy, you ever hear this, when a woman says, you're not really listening to me, you're not hearing what I'm saying. And it bothers them. It bothers the fact that you're not hearing what they're saying or listening to them. And it's no different if Malik and Vinny and Annalisa and Christine and Mitch, it's no different if you're trying to say something to your significant other or your girl and you don't feel heard. You feel disrespected. But so make sure you hear them, hear what their aspirations are, dreams are, and come together. And then number 6 thing you can do is set joint financial goals. Set joint financial goals and reflect both on your aspirations. You got to set these goals. What are they together? When you build something together, power in numbers, when you build something together, that's when the power happens. It could be something as simple as like saving for a down payment on a house, planning for retirement, creating an emergency fund, sharing for a vacation, coming up with something, create a budget and develop a financial plan that supports all these goals. Like, how do you do it? I tell people all the time, they always say, oh, I can't afford a new car, or I can't afford to do this. You can if you try to cause and create it. You can if you set budgets. You can if you save. You can if you just start. I can tell you what you won't do. If you never start and you don't try new ways, you're going to be exactly where you were today as you were yesterday. That's never good. Thumbs up if that's not good. So seek a different alternative plan if things aren't working. Listen to other people that are doing it. Seek number 7, seek professional guidance. Seek advice from people that have already done it. If you and your partner are struggling to find that common ground, if you're truly struggling, getting where you want to go and facing significant financial challenges, consider just getting assistance from somebody else, a financial advisor, or couples, or a therapist, or somebody that specializes in money matters. Like, find a way to do it. Find couples that have made it work together. Find ways. The one thing we did, even in building businesses in dentistry, is they always say, when I hired outside consulting firms and I hired outside companies to say, hey, what's the secret? What's the magic? What's the secret sauce, if you will? They always say, make sure you and your spouse are aligned to where you want to go. Like, that's it. Make sure that you're on the same place, because professionals can give you a guidance, something that you can outlook. I always say, we talked to my sister and I were having a discussion, and I know this isn't about money, but we were talking about how to talk to our children, and how sometimes when adults, husband and father talk to their husband and mother, talk to their children, the kids just kind of tune you out. But yet when another voice comes in, all of a sudden it's that light bulb that goes off. Well, that could be the same way when it comes, if you're struggling between you and your spouse when it comes to financial situations. Sometimes you just need to eat a piece of humble pie and listen to somebody that's already done it. Thumbs up and a heart if you feel that, right? Sometimes you need to take advice from other people, right? And then another way to build this trust and this life partner for life is maintain and respect empathy. I like compassion better than empathy, because empathy is one of those things where you're embracing the pain that they're going through. So you feel their emotion and you're taking it in. Compassion is you understand what they're going through, but then you're not taking all the negativity or toxicity in there. But remember to approach conversations with respect, and I'll use compassion instead of empathy. I had empathy on here, but compassion. Understand that everyone has their own relationship with money, shaped by their upbringing and their experiences. You have to understand that you're not all programmed the same. I know that Bob on the call has a different belief about money than I do. I know that Mitch and Jace, who's on the call, what's up, Jace? Jace Beauchamp, who's on the call, has a different belief in upbringing when it stems to money. I know that majority of the people aren't in a line when it comes to money, right? So you have to respect that and understand, and then try to educate them. It's no different than in dentistry or how I do things in dentistry. It's really just understanding where they're coming from and coming up with an alternative solution where you can synergistically work together. It's a treatment plan. It's a treatment plan, if you will, with finances. And avoid judging, avoid criticism, focus on understanding each other's perspectives. My brother and I talk all the time. We have totally different upbringings when it comes to finances. We have a totally different belief system. Now, why has my belief system changed from my upbringing? Is because I've caused and created a different aspect. I'm getting results differently than what my mom did. I'm producing results, and I have more faith that what I'm saying is real. I truly believe I can cause and create anything financially. I'm a producer, period. So I have a different belief system. I will take more risk because, ready? I've gotten results back. It's easy to take risk when you're getting a return on your risk. That's the risk of being an entrepreneur. And everybody on the call, if you play it safe, I promise you, you're going to lose. If you stay comfortable, you're going to lose. They talked about this thing when it comes to lobsters, and I might butcher this. It's crabs or lobsters, and how they grow, because the shell does not grow with the lobster, if you don't know that. So the lobster or the crab starts to grow. The shell feels constricting. The lobster has to go hide in some areas to protect him. He sheds his shell. And then all of a sudden a new shell forms, and the same thing happens. Compression hits, goes back down until it becomes a full-size lobster. So what does that mean? If you stay comfortable and you're not compressed, sometimes you got to shave your shell. Whatever you feel about money, whatever it is about your limiting beliefs that were raised by your kids, you got to be naked pretty much. You got to get rid of that shell and grow and expand and learn from other people. But once you do that, once you start creating these results in your own life, then you're going to have more trust to take more risk. I promise you. I promise you. That's how I grew a $750,000 practice to almost $3.64 million, right? I've done that by taking risk and reward, right? And then lastly, guys, you got to regularly visit and revise your plan with your significant other, your spouse. When you progress in your financial journey, you need to revisit it. You need to know where you stand. Where are we going? Where do we want to go? I know most women and men do this separately. I'm telling you, I wish my wife would jump more on board and not trust me as much, even though she does. I'm not going to steer her wrong, but I'm going to tell you this. Even though my wife doesn't know the whole financial situation, there's never a time where I don't ask my wife for permission to make an investment. There's never a time where she's not aware of what I'm doing. There's never a time where she doesn't have access to everything she wants access to. If she chooses not to, that's on her, but she always knows. And I always say, hey, I have to talk to my wife about this. Not because I need my wife to make the decision, but because I want to be on the same page. I want to be aligned. I want her to know exactly what I'm doing, right? So that we're on the same team. We are building this together, right? And that's, because when you revise and revisit, review your plan, when you talk about sometimes things change. Sometimes circumstances will change, and where you think you wanted to go a year from now might change. You might pivot. You might want to have to sell your house. You might have to adapt a financial plan. You might have to, something might come your way you just were unexpected. So sometimes you got to pivot. And then you got to check in with each other just to make sure that you stay aligned. Make sure that you're good. Guys, I'm going to tell you this, not only about money, but just in life. The one thing we fail as husband and wife or partners, whatever, is we fail to check in. Just how you going? Life gets so fast that we fail just to say, hey, is everything okay? And we're like, man, I just don't have the time. I'll be honest with you. You don't have enough time to spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes to check in on them, just seeing how they're doing. You don't have enough time to really just invest in that relationship. You don't have enough time. I promise you ain't going to amount to shit, because without a partner in life, without a team that you surround yourself with, without someone to love you and just empower you, you got nothing. You better make the time. We make time for everything else in life. Make the time for that form of communication. Financial harmony in your relationship is a process you're going to have to always work on. It requires effort. It requires understanding. It requires from both partners. It requires working together, maintaining an open communication. And how do you navigate through money matters? Guys, this is the time of our life right now that you're going to have to navigate more than ever. What are you going to do? How do you align yourself? How can you strengthen your relationship along the way? So guys, we talk about life partner in the financial world, but your life partner is the number one decision that you could ever make to catapult your career or not. You ask every successful person in business and in life, and they'll say the best thing they ever do is pick the partner they picked. And the ones that are struggling, it'd be the ones they didn't pick. So I say to my kids, the best decision you can make is find that person that makes you you. Find the other part of your soul. Find the other part of your heart. Find that other part that's going to make you pursue all your dreams and will not hold you back. Find that person that inspires you to be the best version of yourself. And you might not respect it right away, but find that person. So, guys, in our ending of our call, when you navigate finances with your partner, it requires, like I said, efforts and understanding. When you follow these steps that I outlined above, when you communicate openly, when you share your goals, when you educate together, when you find common ground, when you compromise on joint ventures, right? You can ensure that strong financial partnership. And if you're struggling and you still don't know what to do, seek the professional guidance you need. Respect each other. Regularly review where you're at, where you want to go, what's your financial plan. And when you have that strong partnership, you can overcome every single challenge you never thought possible. You will build the future you've always wanted. You will build everything you've ever dreamed about. And guys, and just to make sure you're staying on track, can you please tell me your plans, share your visions, share what you want, and email me at theinfo@thedentistco.com. And if these calls are making any difference to you, if they're making an impact in your life, please share it with your friends. Share it. Tell me how they're being positive. Email me. What do you need help with? What do you not need help with? Email me at theinfo@thedentistco.com and share the impact in the conversation with me. Because at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that I can make the greatest impact in this world and make a difference in your life. You guys make a difference in my life every single day. You make a difference and make me show up every single day. My wife, my kids, and everybody that supports everything that I do is the reason why I continue to move. My biggest dream is to make the greatest impact in this world, to make sure that I plant a seed or legacy that my kids and everybody's proud of. And you allowed me to share that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But come next week, guys, we're going to cover write your money narrative. You get to cause and create the money you want. You get, and I know we're talking money because money is important. Money is, everybody is after freedom. Everybody's after freedom. Money is a tool to give you freedom. Guys, from the bottom of my heart, much love. Thank you so much for sharing on IG, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, online, watching the recording later, thank you so much for sharing your time. If this hits home, share it with somebody. Give me some love. Give me some positive feedback. We'll talk soon, guys. Have a blessed day.